The Sergeant at Arms will please secure the doors. Members, please take your seats. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. President,
All right, Senators, this morning we are very, very pleased to have the Reverend Sheridan Almond from Mount Olive UMC, guest of the distinguished senator from District 10. Members, please rise for the invocation.
Good morning, everyone. Won't you pray with me? Almighty God, thank you for your presence among us this day. We need you now more than ever. We look at your world in awe and wonder at the magnificence of your creation. We are thankful for your blessings. There is much work to be done by this body elected by the people for the people. They need your guidance in navigating the uncertainties of our communities. We look to you for direction on a shared journey of restoration, revitalization, and transformation. We pray for positive movement in the areas that divide us, seeking equity in all things. We are stronger together. God of us all, there are decisions to make, bills to pass, and new laws to govern your people. Reveal your will in every session that this body gathers together. Provide our senators with the gifts of wisdom and discernment to put forth legislation for the benefit of all. May they never become complacent in seeking the resolutions we so desperately desire. Bless our Senate, God, with an abundance of your grace and mercy. Allow kindness to direct them in thought, word, and deed. Bless every family and constituent represented here. Bless every elected official and their staffs. Because of you, we shall never give up. In times like these, let justice overflow like a raging river. We pray for one another, our country, and the world. Let hope reign supreme. Hear our prayer, Almighty God, and grant us your peace. Amen.
Chair recognizes the senator from District 10.
Thank you. Colleagues, the church that Senator Almond serves is really a landmark in our community. The building has been there, well, the original chapel is still there, and the church was founded in the 19th century. The church has a number of very important social justice ministries, and a couple I'd like just to mention for a minute. For one, the food service for the poor and for people who are struggling is outstanding. But what is rather unusual in terms of the emphasis given by the church and by this minister leader is their work on environmental justice. It sounds like some of the bills that we have before us right here. They are doing tree plantings on the campus where the church is located. They're working on a rain garden, a pollinator garden to be instilled at various spots on the church grounds. They are training young people to understand the relationship between our having insects of certain types and the removal of invasive plant species. Their Boy Scouts program has been involved in undertaking a stormwater remediation project in several stages, and the tree islands that are envisioned for the parking lots throughout the property will include rain barrels, cisterns, and they simply understand that this world we have a responsibility for, that the climate must be preserved and that it is eroding and that we must attend to those things. I would just finally say that in their educational programs, they have from Bible studies to movies and church community outreach programs, all really focusing right now on what we need to do to preserve this planet and to make it usable for future generations, and to thank the Creator for putting it into our stewardship. So would you please give a hand of applause to Reverend Almond for the work that she is doing at Mount Olive, and I would ask that the prayer be journalized.
Well, certainly, we thank her for her work, without a doubt. And Reverend Allman's most recent, last time she was here to provide the invocation was when we unveiled the new portraits in the back of the room. And so she is back again, post-pandemic, well, sort of, not really post, end of pandemic-ish, maybe, fingers crossed. So without objection, we will certainly journalize the Reverend's wonderful invocation this morning and welcome her back to the chamber. All right, members, has everybody recorded their presence? It looks so. Clerk will take the call. With 47 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is now in session. Any announcements? Announcements or introductions? Announcements or introductions? Slow Friday thus far. All right. Without objection, then, so be considered the reading of the journal from the prior legislative day. We have a special presentation, our first order of business. And we have a guest from the governor's office. If we could ask the secretary to join me here on the dais. Let's go ahead and have the clerk read the report, and then we'll ask the secretary of the appointments office to give us a few remarks.
Dear President Ferguson, in accordance with Article 2, Chapter 13 of the Constitution of Maryland, I am pleased to submit the following appointment nominations for confirmation by the Maryland State Senate. These individuals bring exceptional knowledge and ability to the offices for which they have been nominated. I am confident they will provide the strength of experience and leadership to instill confidence among our citizens and ensure we succeed in our goals for all Marylanders. I look forward to your favorable approval of these nominees. Thank you for your assistance and support. Sincerely, Lawrence J. Hogan, Jr., Governor.
Message having been read is ordered journalized, and members would like to present Secretary Chris Cavey of the Appointments Office.
First, Mr. President, I'll give you the official copy.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Mr. President, members of the Senate, on behalf of the governor, I bring to you today 131 appointees for your consideration. These citizens are well qualified, reflect the diversity of our state. Most importantly, each have volunteered their service and expertise to our state boards and commissions, which spans over 55 different venues. The governor requests your full consideration on these nominees. And I'd like to take another moment. Since this is the final green bag presentation of this term, I would like to thank the governor for the opportunities he's given me. I especially want to thank my staff who's up in the gallery. They make me look good every day. And I want the Senate to know I'm very grateful and appreciative of all the respect and working relationships which we've developed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. The secretary and I have spent many a day together, certainly in this capacity, but then previously as the chair of executive nominations, and so we've spent a long time working through these nominations and appreciate the office's staff who are so instrumental. I think people underestimate the challenge of the appointments office and how hard it is to solicit in all the different components and variations. So we're greatly appreciative for the office's efforts. Yes, Chair recognizes the Minority Whip.
Mr. President, I just want to take a moment to recognize my friend Secretary Cavey, who I've known for really going back about 2 decades, which probably makes him feel old and it makes me feel old, but he's been a really great person to work with. He lives in Hampstead, Maryland, but he lives just outside of Carroll County, so he's not a constituent, but we've worked closely together over the years on a number of different things, and I know he's done a great job as secretary, and I know he's worked well with folks in both parties to make sure we have highly qualified people serving in these important positions. So I just wanted to give him my best for his time of service, which is continuing till the end of this term. But thank you, Secretary Cavey.
Thank you for that reflection, Senator. Chair recognizes the Senator from Baltimore County.
Yes, and because of redistricting, I'm about to lose one of my great residents of District 10 who's moving to District 42. but it's been a wonderful relationship, and we've enjoyed having the secretary in our district.
Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you for that reflection. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and thank you to the appointments team for all your work. Thank you so much. All right, Senators, we will refer the green bag appointments to the Committee on Executive Nominations, and we'll get an update eventually here on the scheduling. I know we'll kind of move it along, and appreciate the work that we've done thus far. All right, let's go ahead and do some bill introductions. Clerk will read the bills.
Senate Bill 964, Senator Benson, Correctional Services, Inmates, Labor, Job Training, and Educational Courses, Rules.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bills. We're up to 977. We'll see where we land. All right. The next is we have Senate bond initiatives. Clerk will read the bond initiatives.
Senator Jennings, Camp Potoc, Senator Riley, South Shore Recovery Club.
Majority Leader
parking
moves
lot.
so be considered the reading of the bond initiatives. They will be referred to the Subcommittee on Capital. Oh, Senators, it's a brilliant day, the 38th day. We have a message from the House. Clerk will read the message.
House Bill 13, Delegate Carr, Procurement, Discriminatory Hiring Practices, Debarment, B&T.
Majority Leader moves so be considered the reading of the bills. We have a fair number of House bills here. Let's see, 33, 34. All right, getting to work. Okay, let's go to the laid over calendar. Number 5, clerk will read the bill.
Senate Bill 15, Senator Jackson, Election Law, Campaign Finance Enforcement. Question is on the adoption of the amendment offered from the floor by Senator KELLEY.
All right, Senators, we have an amendment by the Senator from District 34 on the amendment. Senator, Chair recognizes the Senator on the amendment.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm working with the sponsor, I'm sorry, not sponsor, the floor leader on amendment on this, so I just asked if we could special order this for a day.
Who's our floor leader? Oh, are there any objections to the Senator's motion? Without objection, bill and the amendment will be special order to the appropriate time on, actually we're going to do it Tuesday because we have a presentation on Monday, so we'll do it on Tuesday. All right, next order of business. Report from Budget and Tax. Clerk will read the first bill.
Senate Bill 271, Senator Gazzoni, Commercial Law, Disposition of Abandoned Property, Waiver of Penalties, favorable.
Chair recognizes Senator from District 6 as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 271 authorized the comptroller to waive a 15% penalty that the comptroller can charge when a person, such as a bank, fails to deliver abandoned property to the comptroller. There are no committee amendments. We move adoption of the favorable report. Thank you, Mr. President.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion on the report? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 271 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk, read the next bill.
Senate Bill 332, Senator King, Higher Education, St. Mary's College of Maryland, Cost of Living Adjustment, favorable.
Chair recognizes the bill sponsor as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 332 alters the requirement to provide state funds to St. Mary's College of Maryland to provide a COLA to the college's employees if a COLA is provided to other public universities in the state. Specifically, it increases the requirement from 50% to 100% of the cost of the COLA. There are no committee amendments, and I move adoption of the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. On the report, any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 332 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk, read the next bill.
Senate Bill 378, Senator Jackson, Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland, funding for Southern Maryland Agricultural Development Commission, favorable with one amendment.
Chair recognizes the bill sponsor as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 378 requires the governor to include in the annual budget bill an appropriation of $900,000 to the Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland from the Cigarette Restitution Fund. The Tri-County Council must use the funds for the activities of the Southern Maryland Agricultural Development Commission, known as SMATIC. The bill expands the use of the Cigarette Restitution Funds to include the activities of SMATIC. There were committee amendments for sponsorship. Move adoption of the committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the one committee amendment and the favorable committee report. On the amendment, any discussion? Without objection, the amendment is adopted. Question now is on the favorable committee report as amended. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report as amended is adopted. Are there any amendments, further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 378 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 409, Senator ELFRETH, State Retirement and Pension System COVID-19 related death benefits sunset extension.
Chair recognizes the chair of the pension subcommittee as the floor leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Colleagues, last year this body saw fit in the midst of the pandemic to make sure we had a streamlined process for public servants who contracted COVID and unfortunately passed away on the job. This bill simply extends that provision for 1 year. There's one amendment, two amendments, forgive me. One makes technical changes to the title and adds co-sponsors the entire committee. And amendment number 2 makes conforming changes to the substantive provisions of Chapter 421 and 422 to be consistent with the sunset extension. And with that, Mr. President, I move the two committee amendments in the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the two committee amendments and the favorable committee report. On the amendments, any discussion? If not, all in favor of the amendment say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The two committee amendments are adopted. Question now on the favorable committee report as amended. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report as amended is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 409 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk, read the next bill.
Senate Bill 410, Senator ELFRETH, Teachers Retirement and Pension Systems Reemployment, favorable with one amendment.
Chair recognizes the chair of the subcommittee on pensions as the floor leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Another joint committee on pensions bill, colleagues. We know that we have a good amount of teachers who are retiring for a number of reasons. This bill seeks to help keep those eligible for retirement in the classroom. There's a current law that says every county can have 5 of these kind of wild cards where they can stay in the classroom without being subject to an earnings limitation. This bill simply extends that to 25 per county for the next 2 years to help stem the tide of those retirements. There are no committee amendments, Mr. President. I move adoption of the committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the one committee amendment and the favorable committee report. On the amendment, any discussion? If not, all in favor of the amendment say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The one committee amendment is adopted. Question now is on the favorable committee report as amended. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report as amended is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 410 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 502, Senator ELFRETH, State Retirement and Pension System Administration, clarifications and corrections, favorable with 2 amendments.
Chair recognizes the senator as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe this is what they call a hat trick, 3 in a row. The Senate Bill 502 is another joint committee on pensions bill. This is our annual corrective bill. The system spends the interim looking through any ways that we can clean up the code as it comes to pensions and retirements. So this bill does a number of things, including allowing the system to accept a retirement application that was properly completed but not properly notarized due to the death of a member. Mr. President, there are 2 committee amendments. One makes a technical change to the title, and amendment number 2 makes corrective changes to allow for disability benefit applications to be processed for members who were moved from the employee's pension system into the correctional officer's pension system, or CORS, by combining their years of service in CORS. Move adoption of the 2 committee amendments and the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the 2 committee amendments and the favorable committee report. On the amendments, any discussion? If not, all in favor of the amendment say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The 2 committee amendments are adopted. Question now is on the favorable report as amended. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report as amended is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 502 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. All right, we have a report of the Committee on Reapportionment and Redistricting. Clerk will read the first bill.
Senate Bill 270, Senator Carrozza, Somerset County Elections, County Commissioners Districts, and Board of Education candidate filings, favorable. This is an emergency bill.
Chair recognizes the chair of the Reapportionment and Redistricting Committee as the
Thank
floor
you,
leader.
Mr. President. Senate Bill 270 is a local Somerset County redistricting bill. that adjusts the boundaries of the 5 Board of County Commissioner districts. In addition, it specifies the filing deadline to run for the Somerset County Board of Education and prohibits an individual from withdrawing their candidacy once filed. Senate Bill 270 is an emergency bill and was unanimously approved in committee, and I move adoption of the favorable committee report.
All right, floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 270 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 444, Prince George's County Senators, Prince George's County School Board Districts, Redistricting Plan, favorable. This is an emergency bill.
Chair recognizes the chair of the committee as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 444 is a local Prince George's County redistricting bill that adjusts the boundaries of the 9 Board of Education districts. Senate Bill 444 is an emergency bill and was unanimously approved in the committee, and I move adoption of the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. On the report, any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 444 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 641, Carroll County Senators, Carroll County Commissioner Districts, Redistricting Plan, favorable. This is an emergency bill.
Chair recognizes the chair of the committee as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 641 modifies the Carroll County Commissioner District Plan as enacted by Chapter 34 of the 2021 special session in order to correct for omitted census tracts. Senate Bill 641 is an emergency bill and was unanimously approved in committee, and I move adoption of the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. On the report, any discussion? If not, all in favor of the report say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 641 is hereby ordered printed for third reader. All right, we've got a third reading calendar. Let's do a quick quorum call.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 47 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland remains in session. We've got calendar number 12. Clerk will read the first bill.
Senate Bill 13, Senator McCray, Vehicle Theft Prevention Fund, allocation of grants.
All right, Senate Bill 13 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 39 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 13, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 17, Senator West, child custody cases involving child abuse or domestic violence, training for judges.
Senate Bill 17 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 17, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 19, Senator Lamb, Pharmacist Administration of Maintenance Injectable Medications, Treatment of Sexually Transmitted Infections.
Senate Bill 19 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 19, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 71, Senator Kramer, Hate Crime Civil Remedy.
Senate Bill 71 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 71, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 81, Senator Feldman, Charter Counties Enforcement of Local Building Performance Laws, Building Energy Performance Standards of 2022.
Senate Bill 81 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 33 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 81, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 90, Senator West, Department of the Environmental, Supplemental Environmental Projects Database.
All right, Senate Bill 90 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 90, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 97, Senator Bidle, Clerks of the Circuit Courts, Bonds, Licenses, Oaths, and Commissions.
Senate Bill 97 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 97, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 108, Senator Ellis, Charles County Public Library, Imagination Library Program, Funding.
Senate Bill 108 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 108, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 120, Senator Lamb, Acupuncture Licensure Requirements.
Senate Bill 120 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 120, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 125, Senator Bidle, Revival of Non-Stock and Religious Corporations.
Senate Bill 125 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 125, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 261, Senator West, Corporations and Associations, Limited Liability Companies and Partnerships, Operating Agreements and Partnership Agreements.
Senate Bill 261 is on third reader for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 261, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 296, Senator Gallion, Land Use Agritourism Definition.
Senate Bill 296 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 296, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
Senate Bill 341, Caroline County Senators, Caroline County State's Attorney and Sheriff Salaries.
Senate Bill 341 is on third reading for final passage. Any discussion? If not, clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Anyone wish to change their vote, explain their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. With 47 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 341, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. All right, Senators, the desk is clear. We got through that quickly. Chair recognizes the Senator from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Mr. President. Could I change my vote on Senate Bill 81 from green to red, please?
81, green
81.
to red. Any objections? Without objection, so ordered. Chair recognizes the Senator from District 6.
Can I have the same, please? Thank you, Mr.
81, green to red.
Yes, sir.
Any objections? Without objection, so ordered. Any further administrative here? All right. Chair recognizes the Chair of Finance for committee announcements.
We won't meet today. We've already had a meeting this morning. Thank you.
Working hard in the morning. Thank you, Madam Chair. Chair recognizes the Chair of Education, Health, and Environmental Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. President. Education, Health, and Environmental Affairs will meet at 12:30 promptly for a voting session. We have 25 bills, and we should be done by sundown or sunset. Or sunrise, I should say.
Sunrise. Right. Sunrise.
Yeah, I should break into song on that one, sunrise, sunset, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chair recognizes Chair of Budget and Tax.
Thank you, Mr. President. According to my notes here, all three of my subcommittees are meeting right now. So you should probably head to your rooms as soon as we adjourn.
Thank you, Budget and Tax. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chair recognizes the Chair of Judicial Proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing for the day for JPR, but I did want to take a moment to thank the committee staff. We've had well over 500 people through our committee this week. We've gone live. So Sandy Pop, Terry Tabaya Joyner, Diane Torres, and Vicky Axon, just want to say thank you because it's been nothing short of a feat.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's been a knock on wood. It's only 3 days in. Successful week thus far. So we've been able to navigate the transition over, and off we go. All right. Any other standing committees? Chair recognizes Chair of Executive Nominations.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'll be meeting Monday night at 5 o'clock. It looks like a slightly shorter meeting. We will probably have off the next week while we get ready with the green bag appointments.
So yes to this Monday, no
Probably
to the
off the
following
next week.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chair recognizes the Chair of Baltimore County Delegation.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Don't forget, on Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock, a virtual delegation meeting, 2 o'clock Monday afternoon for Baltimore County Delegation.
Excellent. Thank you, Madam Chair. Any further committee announcements? Committee announcements, standing committee, select, delegation? If not, Chair recognizes the co-chair of the Protocol Committee.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Senators, today is Friday. It's the first time we've had an opportunity to be here on Friday, and wish our pages who've been with us virtually all week well wishes and thank you, and we hope to see you back in a variety of different capacities in the future. So, from Worcester County, Chloe Candeloro, District 38C, Stephen Decatur High School, Kirsten Carpenter. From Dorchester County, District 37B, North Dorchester High School, Kane Holcomb, Hartford County, District 35, Hartford Technical High School, Andrea Cornegay, Charles County, District 28, St. Charles High School, Zini Leo, Montgomery County, District 16, Walter Johnson High School, Camille Lorlou, Montgomery County, District 16, Walter Johnson High School, Caitlin Moon from Montgomery County, District 15, Winston Churchill High School, Disomi Oki, Anne Arundel County, District 32, Meade High School, Madison Robinson from Baltimore City, District 41, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, Rhea Seth from Howard County, District 13, River Hill High School, Tabitha Tomolevich from Baltimore County, District 7, Perry Hall High School, and Jefferson Torchios, Prince George's County, District 22, Parkdale High School. Please send them off with your warm wishes, and we are so thankful that you've been with us here this week. Thank you.
We thank the
Thank you, Mr.
pages.
President.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair, and we deeply appreciate the pages. They've been wonderful, and we got, in our delegation today, we had one of our pages from the city who was able to present. She's at Poly doing remarkable things, and just they're very, very inspiring young people. All right, any other, yes, Chair recognizes the Senator from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Mr. President. If I can indulge the body just for a minute, I have a very, very dear friend who's turning 103 tomorrow. Ooh. And I promised her I'd tell everybody a little bit about her. So if I'm just gonna, she's just an amazing person. Her name is Kunagunda, and she was born on 2/19/1919 in Essex, Maryland. And that was a German heritage name, but she goes by Carrie. It's a little bit easier to say. And she went through her life, she worked at Crown Cork and Seal, worked at Sparrows Point Shipyard, where she met her husband, Russell Ness, and was married October 28th, 1945. She lived in Essex, Maryland, until they purchased a newly constructed house in 1951. And It is in Parkville, Maryland, where she still resides independently at 103.
Wow.
And she was happily married. She has 2 children, Russ and Sue, and she was a stay-at-home mother making furniture. She did masonry work, which still stands 70 years later. She braided a room-sized wool rug. So she started playing golf at her husband's urging at the age of 65 until she was 95. And she's won several medals in the Senior Olympics as well as a hole-in-one. And at the age of 90, without any formal training, she started painting canvases of birds and ducks, to which many have been blessed to receive as gifts. And most of all, she loves her family very, very much, and I appreciate your indulgence just to let her hear that.
Well,
So,
happy birthday to her. That's wonderful. 103 years young. Remarkable. Chair recognizes Senator from the 27th District.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Veterans Caucus, or the Veterans Caucus, will be meeting on Wednesday, the 23rd at 9 a.m. The virtual Zoom link will be forwarded to you. If you have any bills to be considered by the caucus, feel free to send those over. We have Senators Cashley and ELFRETH. That's part of that team. Thank you.
All right. Chair recognizes the Senator from Carroll County.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a birthday announcement as well. It is not as impressive, I think, as the lady who turned 103, but this person also is not nearing that age either. My Chief of Staff, Meg Butler, does an outstanding job in my office. So I know we all have great, excellent staff. She's done a wonderful job. This week has been especially difficult because we've been juggling a lot of different things, like all our offices have. But Meg has done a great job in my office, and she turns, I'm going to say 39 today. So give her a
Wonderful.
warm round of applause. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Happy birthday, Meg. All right. Any further announcements? Any further announcements? If not, let's do a quorum call.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. Senators, on Monday, when we come back, we have a presentation, and MPT will be recording the event in the Old Senate Chamber. We will start here, and we will adjourn to the Old Senate Chamber. So we won't do much business on Monday. We'll see if we have something we can get through quickly, but it should be really a nice evening. So Dr. Hrabowski will be giving remarks on Washington Day speech. So Chair recognizes the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate of Maryland stand adjourned until Monday, February 20th at 8:00 p.m. in honor of Kunigunda Carrie Ness's 103rd birthday.
Without objection, so ordered. Stay safe. Have a great afternoon and weekend, Senators.